pray to the altars of the gods of Hollywood. Oh yeah, but nowadays Hollywood needs to stop. At least that's the opinion of two bros and a pop. Two bros and a pop. Two bros and a pop.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
Welcome everybody to another episode of Two Bros and a Pop. I am JC Curtis with my brother
Mark Curtis Jr., how the hell are you?
and our
Pop.
and as
Welcome.
always, my beautiful wife. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the movie from 2015, although Amazon listed it as 2016.
Well, they were wrong then, weren't they?
The Witch.
No. It was debuted at the Sundance Film Festival on the 15th.
Okay.
And it was released on the 16th
Yeah.
in theaters.
So yeah, the 2015 The Witch by director Robert Eggert. But first we're going to dive into whatever the fuck Mark wants to talk about today.
Okay, well, first of all, in our last episode, I happened to mention that Anthony Mackie was on an episode of The Blacklist where he claimed that he hated America.
Tool.
Yeah, maybe, but I was in the wrong. That was not Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie was never on The Blacklist. And unlike other members of society, when we're wrong on this show, we live up to it. The real actor's name is a man named Eddie Gathaji. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He is a Kenyan-American actor who, I'm sorry, resembles that of Anthony Mackie.
No, it kind of looks like the love child of Chris Tucker and Anthony Mackie.
And no, we're not saying that everyone looks alike. You fucking bastards. But anyway, I apologize. I was wrong. Anthony Mackie, you still shouldn't be Captain America. Moving on. This week's story. In 1971,
It was a good year.
Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice composed a musical called Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes, we
No.
did. Okay.
You...
I'm very familiar with it.
Okay. I was not. I was told by several people, Christians, that this movie was blasphemous and that it is very distasteful. So, me being the responsible journalist that I am, I did my research and I went onto online and I listened to the entirety of Jesus Christ Superstar, the album. Make no mistake about it, this was a hit.
Oh, mega hit.
And it's got some catchy tunes. It's trippy. it's a trip, but
Spooky language.
I'll never listen to it.
Fill those pews, people.
it's actually the reason Christians hate it is, well, some Christians hate it, is because it takes all the divinity out of Jesus Christ and basically paints Judas Iscariot in a compassionate light.
Yeah, the Buddy Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Superstar. Anyway,
Who in the fuck do you think you are?
that's basically, yeah. So this came out in 1971.
That's not the actual words.
That came out in 1971, the play. The movie came out, I believe, a year or two later.
I'm not sure.
To a mixed review. Mm-hmm. As of today,
Anything with religion will always have a mixed review.
As of today, it is widely regarded as some of Andrew Lloyd Webber's best work and Tim Rice's best work. This year, however, in August, the Hollywood Bowl is putting on a rendition of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Okay.
And it was revealed this week who will be playing the role of God's only begotten Son, Jesus Christ.
Is it Dylan Mulvaney?
No. No. It is...
Or is it Ellen Page?
No, it is Cynthia Erivo.
No, she actually got the fucking part.
Yes, she
Oh,
Cynthia
my-
Erivo is a British actress, a talented one at that.
You know what? I kind of agree with this.
I
You
don't.
do.
I do. Because where was Jesus from?
Africa. Jerusalem.
Jesus was a Jew.
And a man!
So are you, but I'm not holding that against you.
Pop. Jesus Christ
Jew.
is.
She's part Jew, and her husband, she's half Brazilian.
Does it matter?
Pop.
Which half? Good half.
The good half.
Jesus Christ is the Son of
Okay.
God. Cynthia Erivo is playing the role of Jesus Christ in August at the Hollywood Bowl in Jesus Christ Superstar.
It'll never go over.
Has caused one hell of an outcry. I don't blame her though.
No.
She's an actress. She's an actress.
I do.
I do.
I blame her all.
I do.
She probably put this in their heads.
Have you
She's-
heard her speak before?
Well, she could sing. I know
That's
that.
not the point.
Wicked
Have you
was
heard-
shit.
Have you heard her like?
Wicked
talk?
made a lot of fucking money.
I don't
so
give a fuck.
Yes, she played
The
the Wicked Witch. The Wicked Witch.
Witch of the West.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now she's playing Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
Okay.
Christians are not happy. Here's my question. If they were making a movie about Gandhi or Muhammad, the prophet in Muslim culture,
I know who he is.
and Scarlett Johansson played him, should she be playing Gandhi?
No.
Should she be playing Muhammad?
No.
This is beyond.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Hollywood's not even trying to stop, not to piss off.
So you're being a male chauvinist pig.
Am I?
I am.
Hang on. No.
Because Jesus
you're just
Christ
a fucking pig,
is a
Jay.
fucking man. Okay, he's a man. Oh, she's beautiful now.
Oh,
She
yes.
is beautiful.
And she's talented. She can sing, she can act, but she shouldn't be playing Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Can she?
You mean she's beautiful when she's not pretending that she's trans and looking like some androgynous lizard thing?
Seriously.
What does that mean?
No, seriously. Her and Ariana Grande.
What does that mean?
She's from the Disney. They both look very sick.
What does that mean?
Very sickly.
What does she mean?
Look at her in Wicked.
Look at
She looks like a 27-year-old Hollywood lizard.
Well, she's
38.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
No, Dad.
Yes.
No.
This
These
isn't-
people
this isn't
are
from the movie.
thick. Like they're sickly thin, Dad. Sickly thin.
Thick molar.
Seriously, no, they're sickly thin. I'm telling
What's
you.
her
But
fucking name again?
Cynthia.
This should not. I'm sorry. Hollywood's not even trying to hide that they're trying to piss people off.
yeah, I'm done.
And the Hollywood Bowl is a very historic venue.
Well, me
Yeah, it
being
is.
raised
It
a
is.
strict Catholic, as much as I kid about it, I can't agree with it. I as much as I bust your balls,
I'm not gonna agree on it.
I gotta say I don't agree with it.
Bullshit, dude. This is too fucking much.
Historically speaking.
At least make her white.
Leave religion alone.
No.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
I would be fine if they cast a black actor to play Jesus Christ. He's from Africa.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
He's from Judea.
And where's Judea?
Africa, Chris.
Africa. What continent is
It does not make you black.
Repent.
You repent?
You are
Thou
not-
shall be saved.
Okay, he would have had a better tan than anyone in this fucking room.
Where are we going? Do you know where we're going?
We're talking about people.
To hell,
who
I
look,
hope.
We're talking about people who look
know who I
more
am?
Mediterranean.
I know you were.
Anyway.
than like somebody living in the Congo.
The Congo.
Anyway.
Why are we doing this now?
Historically speaking, Jesus was a man. Take all the religion out of it. Historically speaking, he existed as a man.
Okay.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, I agree.
We're done.
That's what I was raised to believe.
But
That's what you were raised to believe. That's what you were raised to believe, and that's what you were raised to
Yeah.
believe.
that's what the history books say.
That's what
Yeah.
the Bible says. That's what
The
it-
history books,
That's
not
what
even the
That's
Bible.
what our heritage.
I hope that fucking show bombs.
Well, it's only playing for 3 days.
Yeah.
That's why.
She looks like Ilhan
I gotta hurry
Omar.
up and get everything ready to go.
They do things
That
for the
fucking
record.
congresswoman from Minnesota who's
they're going.
completely racist against
Pop.
America.
That's her next to who she's playing.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's a bad picture.
Jesus wasn't black.
What?
Jesus wasn't black.
We don't know that.
We're not going there.
We do because he was a Jew.
All right, look, that's not my issue with
It's
this.
fucking wrong, okay? Look,
The Middle East.
look.
Oh, stop, Chris.
It's fucking wrong. That's it. It is.
Okay,
It's
in
fucking
your
wrong.
eyes.
In my eyes, yeah.
And probably a few billion other people.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. That's because this is called Two Bros and a Pop.
What would your mother say?
Oh, yeah. Get on your knees. You're saying a full rosary.
You're going to church on Sunday.
You too.
And I told my pastor about this, Pastor Nate.
And what did he have to say?
Oh, he's not happy about it.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's not.
Pastor
Now, here you
Nate-
have it.
Wow, Pastor Nate is not happy about that. That's surprising.
His parents He was actually
he
forbidden to see Jesus Christ Superstar. I'm surprised you saw it.
Why?
He seems.
Well, because there's a lot of the story, Jesus doesn't really come out looking all that good.
No.
Is Mary Magdalene in Jesus Christ?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she is.
So she'll probably be transgender. I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Move
But
on.
yeah, that's where I'm at today. I'm sorry if our opinion bothered some people. But
I'm not.
Get the fuck over it.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not, because they did it on purpose.
They did.
They made it.
They did this so we would do
For
this.
controversy.
They made it to mock us because that's all they've ever done. That's all Hollywood has ever done.
I've been
is
saying
mock-
this for years.
mock the
Christians, they're too forgiving, but it's kind of our bag.
Yeah,
It's
but
our
you know,
bag.
you know
But it's
who,
kind of-
you know who they won't mock? You know who they won't mock?
Who?
Take a wild guess, because they'll get murdered.
Texans?
They're not going to make fun of radical Islamists. They'll get killed.
All right, and on that note, we're gonna move right into
Am I wrong?
No.
the 2015 horror flick, The Witch.
What is amiss in this farm? It's not natural.
Starring Anya Joy Taylor.
Ralph Ineson,
Yeah.
who's got a voice that just makes you. If I was a woman, that makes me moist. I'm telling you.
That's really gross. Actually, I'm sorry. It's Anya Taylor-Joy is
Taylor-Joy.
the star of the movie.
Was this her first movie?
No.
No.
She was in the Vampire Academy.
It's got Ralph Ineson in it. Kate Dickie was the mother. Julian Rickings was the governor. And I don't even remember there being a fucking governor in
He's in
that.
the very beginning of the movie.
I figured because
Witch.
everything else is just them.
The Witch was her first major role.
Harvey Scrimshaw
lead role.
was the son.
Caleb
Yeah.
who did a phenomenal fucking
Absolutely.
job.
His death scene.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
You know,
really good.
he's not doing anything anymore. I think this was the only movie that he made.
This movie's basically no-namers. It really is.
Well, yeah.
Because at the time, Anya Taylor-Joy was not a name.
No.
So this movie was basically, I want to say this movie was an independent film, and
Well,
then it was
Essentially.
it was bought because it won at Sundance.
All the actors that played in The Witch with Egan, the director,
Eggers.
He always gets them to play in his movies.
Yeah.
If you see
No,
that,
why do you have a problem with that,
I
JC?
hate people that do that
Why?
stupid shit. Give other people a chance to fucking, be something. Stop using the same fucking characters in every movie. Adam Sandler!
He makes millions of dollars by playing with his friends.
I get it.
Godspeed.
I understand. I understand that.
that's true.
But
I
even
still
his
think-
shtick is over.
I still think fucking
I'm refused. I'm on the fence right now to watch Happy Gilmore because fucking Travis Kelce's in it.
Let me tell you, that sucks big eggs.
if our friends
Is this going to be a cameo? Is that it?
If
I
our
don't-
Is
friends,
he going to be a guy in a shopping cart going?
I don't fucking know.
if our fans want to see it, we're gonna see it.
And I love fucking Adam Sandler.
So do
He's
I.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it, Ralph Ineson, Katie Dickie, Julian Rickings, and just a lot of people that weren't
about
really
Sarah
names.
Stevens, the witch. She's
Sarah
hot.
Stevens.
She had one scene.
One
I don't
fucking
care.
scene.
She was hot.
Yeah, until she touched that kid.
She was 16 years old when she did.
I know.
Yeah, that was kind of weird when I watched that part of the movie. But
She kissed him.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
But
if a woman kissed me like that, we're gonna
Yeah.
be more than kissed.
yeah, I honestly thought this movie was about incest because I just
he did.
Hang on.
I was-
In the beginning of the movie, when he's looking at his sister's open chest,
and then she tells her daughter to fucking clean his shirt, her dad's shirt, and she goes up and starts touching his chest and everything.
well, she had to get it off of him.
No, it just looked a little too weird. I was waiting for something incestual to happen in this fucking movie.
No.
Were you hoping or waiting?
No, I wasn't hoping. Don't fucking put that in my
Oh,
fucking
would
mouth.
you relax?
Piece of shit.
Chris, this was your pick. Why did you pick this movie?
To annoy the shit out of me.
No, I picked this movie because I wanted to show you what Longlegs wanted to be.
Oh, fuck you. This is not the McCarthy hearing.
This movie was better than Longlegs. I gotta get
It was. No, it
Yeah,
was.
no, this movie was way better.
The
than fucking
acting was
Longlegs.
phenomenal.
The acting was stellar.
The story, once she got going, was okay.
I studied Shakespeare when I was in acting school.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, and I don't like movies where I have to really understand.
That was funny. Come on.
Move on.
Don't get stupid.
I'm just saying that I don't like movies where you have to like really just think about the dialogue. It's really irritating.
Why?
Because I just don't. I like to watch movies to enjoy them, to fucking, get something from them. Yeah. I got nothing from this fucking movie. Nothing. The acting was stellar.
The dialogue was taken primarily from the folk tales.
From the folk tales. I get that. I understand that. And when the way she described it to me was, we were going to see a movie or a story acting out from the journal, and then we were going to hear it being read overhead.
Wrong.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, you did.
Wrong.
No, I said that it was based on diary entries.
Yeah, you did. You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you said it was based on the diary, so I figured we would watch the diary entries being acted out, but hearing it overhead. Like being it read from like a narrator.
Yeah, I said it was based on.
Mom, Dad, I hate it when you fight.
You inferred a lot from based on.
Both of you calm down. Don't you see what you're doing to Pop?
I don't give a shit.
What's the matter, Pop? I'm confused.
No,
let's put it on the table. The fucking movie was slow. Okay? It was very, very slow.
It was building. It was teaching. It was showing you the backstory.
No pyramid. Nothing.
Yes.
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It went from the beginning of the fucking movie to the old man getting gored.
Corruption. Thou art my father.
Come on.
And then the chicks dancing in a circle. That's what it was for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there and I was stoned.
Back on the farm, we had a billy goat. A black billy goat.
Was his name Black Phillip?
No, but...
You paused.
You did!
And he was a bastard.
By the way, people, if you haven't seen the movie, Black Phillip is a black-colored goat. Okay?
And he represents the devil.
Yes.
Represent shit, he is the devil. Represent shit.
A pig named Jody. A pig named Jody. A goat named Phil. A goat named Phil. I mean, but come on. The movie was slow. It was extremely slow.
It was a slow starter. I'll agree with you there.
It could have used more.
The story, when it started to unfold, it became interesting.
It could have used more of...
I got into it after basically when the kid ran off to go get food for the family. That's when I really got into it, and I found out I was like, at first I was like Steve Buscemi in the Big Lebowski, watching that guy do his thing like. I'm serious. I sat there.
What have you?
Right? We're going to go to the In-N-Out Burger. After what have you? What have you? Go to fucking In-N-Out Burger! But,
after the what?
I'm watching this and I'm like I said, I'm ripped. Okay?
And I'm hot.
And I'm just watching and I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? It's like, I feel like the witch, before you saw the witch, was inner turmoil between the family. That's what I thought, because of incest.
What was going on? Now, this is my synopsis. First of all, the family was shunned from the village. Because why? Anybody?
Religious differences.
No, religious differences. The old man, Bill... Is that name Bill?
William.
Well, Bill.
Bill. Excuse you.
Black Phillip.
Black Hooch. Hooch is the Rottweiler, by the way. No racial slurs intended.
Tippy toe! He's not chained to our porch or anything.
Oh my God!
I never approved that script, goddammit, Howard!
Listen.
What he did to me.
Philip or Bill, William the father.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Pop.
Let's call him
father.
The dad.
The father.
Let's call him Buttery Gravelly Voice.
Okay.
The patriarch.
You got a man.
That man's voice it made me moist. I'm telling you.
That guy did a lot of summer stock. I guarantee he did a lot of summer stock.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Pop, I said this to you earlier.
Proud of your summer stock.
It's like Josh. It was like his voice is like Josh Turner had sex with Ricky Gervais.
No, not at all. No way. His voice was way smoother than that. I thought it was a mix between Josh Turner and Barry White. Like seriously, it was velvety.
If he would have just looked at his wife and went, If his wife would have looked at it, there's a long black train. I'm not kidding.
Anyway, they were shunned out of because the father, his religious beliefs was too radical for the community.
So it was the father that got him shunned.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was the
From what
daughter.
I gleaned,
No, it wasn't the daughter.
It was the daughter.
Wait a minute. So
The father was a complete
This was
fanatical.
this was back in the Puritan times, right?
Yes.
So the father's beliefs
1630,
were
I believe. 1630.
1630s, yes.
Yeah.
so the
1630,
so the
31.
father's beliefs were what?
Radical.
Compared to what the settlement was.
He was the epitome of religion.
Yes, he wanted them.
okay.
From what I gleaned from watching it, because the movie is not very clear.
No, not at
about
all.
why they're banished.
It's not clear about why they're
I
banished,
got
no.
that
It leaves a little
he-
bit to
So I-
interpretation.
I did some
It
digging.
behooves me.
I did some digging. I did some digging, and it turns out the father wanted them to stick more toward
Godliness.
the old Church of England.
Tradition.
Okay.
And the settlement, when they moved here, they got more lenient, and that's where they didn't. That's where they clashed.
Yeah.
And back then, you didn't clash about religion.
Not at all.
Oh no, because if you did, you'd be exiled.
And here's the best part: the Ralph Ineson. He's trying his damnedest to be a good family man, but
God bless him, man.
his choices in this movie
Sucked. Bad.
are hard. He can't hunt.
Can't hunt. He can't.
He
throw
shoots
it.
himself in the eye.
No.
Yeah.
No. Backfire.
Well, whatever.
It was a backfire. Come on, that can happen to anybody.
Those firearms were incredibly unreliable.
Well,
yeah.
Still,
flintlocks, for Christ's sake. Come on.
Can we talk about the bunny? Weird bunny.
The bunny was the spy for the witches.
Tis the
That's what I
rabbit.
get.
The bunny is a hare, which in folklore is the witch.
Tis the rabbit. Run away!
Cometh here.
Witches
Cometh hither.
Ignore the
witches
bird.
are represented in
going back to the
folklore
village.
by hares.
Ignore the bird.
Every time they showed that rabbit, Alicia went, I don't trust that thing at all.
I got the rabbit was the hair was a symbol of the witch's eyes. The
It
covenant
is
eyes.
the witch. That's
She was
what it is in
focusing on,
folklore.
I got
what's going on.
I got none of that.
What do you got?
I
JC?
stood there like this.
I got nothing.
Look, I will say that if you're a person who is unfamiliar with any sort of witchcraft or anything to do with religion,
Our
you're
family-
not going to
You got
get
the goddamn
this movie.
Ouija board.
Look, our family is steeped in the supernatural.
You're not going to get, like, this movie is
Steep?
going to blow over your
He
head.
said it steeped. Yes, steeped.
Let's be real.
We have
real.
a plethora of
Our great grandmother.
supernatural-
Would you say I have a plethora of
was a
supernatural?
gypsy woman. I know that.
on my mother's side, not my father's
yeah.
side.
Maybe I'm half browser.
On his father's side.
But
Well, my mother used to read cards.
well, yes, but
See, gypsy.
Mom won't even say her. Don't you dare!
Don't you
I
dare.
love you, man.
What was
Nanny?
Mom won't even refer to her great grandmother's name.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You do it for rent.
Look at this.
No. God forbid no.
But anyway, yeah. So when you talk about the whole witchcraft thing, we are steeped in it.
So I knew about the hair. I knew about the fat of the baby. They need that to give them flight.
As soon as I saw that, I was like,
Well,
Carissa,
that-
you're fucking gross. 10 minutes in, the fucking baby's being mutilated. You're fucking gross. I want a divorce.
Alicia goes,
You know what? I looked up the flight ritual. I did. And you need some kind of ointment to rub all over your body to make you beautiful.
It's-
Plus,
yeah, it's
to
several
give you
different things.
Flight.
gives you the flight. What do you call it?
Levitate.
Levitate. Thank you. Thank you.
and by the way, thanks to this podcast, I'm gonna get some phone calls about my Google search history.
Yeah,
Why?
you are. You're probably going to end up on a list or something.
This, I really enjoyed it because, first of all, the dialogue, while I'll admit, especially that scene when they're in the woods, the father and son are in the woods, and the son wants to know if his baby brother's in hell, and his father won't confirm or deny whether or not the kid is.
See, how do you get any of that?
The way they're talking back and forth really fast in that old English.
That's
tone,
what I'm talking about. That's what I was like.
That was a little tough to get to.
I checked out.
Jay basically,
I checked
I'm
out.
out of here.
They
Thou should
actually-
cometh here, hither.
I hear thee.
I hear thee.
in the theatrical release,
Yeah.
because I saw it twice in two different theaters.
She's a sick fuck.
They actually had subtitles for the theatrical release.
If I want to read a book, I'll read a book.
There it is. I hate reading movies. I do. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
2 hours, I'm in and out.
Yep.
So I noticed, because you either love this movie or you hate this movie.
I didn't hate it because the acting was fucking stellar.
In the scene where
for people who aren't well known, I mean,
Especially
it was
at that time.
Yeah.
fucking acting
The
was
Ray Innocent, is that his name?
Ralph.
I'm sorry, Ralph Innocent.
Innocent.
I'm hoping that's innocent.
Absolutely incredible.
Let's to the wood. I've been laying traps for some while now. Even before this new misery.
Within the wood?
Wilt thou not help thy father?
Your mother have always forbade us to set foot there.
Caleb, our harvest cannot last the winter. We must catch our food if we cannot grow it. We will conquer this wilderness. It will not consume us.
Absolutely incredible.
By the way, he's also in one of our favorite Assassin's Creed games. He played Charles Vane in Black Flag.
No shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck
If
Charles
you hear his
Vane
voice,
is.
next time you play
Then
Black
you'll
Flag,
know.
It's been a long time since I played Black
the next
Flag.
time you play Black Flag, you'll hear Charles Vane's
The
voice.
guy
The guy you get stuck on the island with.
and he's shooting at you, and you gotta dodge his bullet, and then you gotta climb up that fucking thing, and then
Guys, the
grab
last
from
time I
behind.
played this game was in 2014.
He's had a lot
So-
of cannabis since then.
A lot of cannabis
yeah.
every night.
Anyway, what I was explaining, because I saw it at 2 different theaters in 2 different parts of the city.
Okay.
She's sick.
I saw it in Burbank,
At the ArcLight.
which is like Burbank at
It's
the.
Burbank's more family
It's like a
oriented.
multiplex
You know,
theater.
simpletons.
It's
There was our Burbank audience.
People of the land.
It's more of your common
morons.
moviegoer. It's your common moviegoer. And then I
Okay.
also went to see it at the ArcLight in downtown Hollywood, which is like your uppity people.
More like your young professionals.
People
You're-
who like movies.
You're people who take a banana and put tape over it and sell it for $60 million fucking dollars.
There were 2 different reactions at both of these theaters, which I thought was really interesting because we saw it like in a couple of days of each other.
And you
The
took
one
notes
in-
of this.
Yeah.
You actually.
She was in film school.
Yes, I did.
So
Yeah.
of course she was doing
I
it.
wouldn't do
She was with her friend Luis. Luis is a good guy.
He was cool.
Shout out to Luis. Who's Luis?
Roomtone?
Roomtone? I missed that kid.
Roomtone?
Anyway,
No, he was always the boom guy in our productions, and at the end of
the boom guy. Okay.
At the end of the production, at the end of the day of filming, you have to get the room tone.
Oh yeah.
And-
to help put filler
And
underneath.
At the
Yeah,
end,
that makes
like
sense.
he had such a very soft spoken voice.
Yeah.
So while we were trying to like finish up and wrap it up, he would go room tone, and nobody would hear him.
Vote for Pedro.
Oh, he's
Vote for
from
me.
he's from Mexico.
Vote for
Okay.
Pedro.
Yeah.
For the Yucatan.
Yeah, he's from the Yucatan.
No shit.
He's a
Yeah.
Yuke.
So he's a. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he would go room tone, and everybody would be like, he'd be like room tone,
Are you saying room tone?
room tone, yeah.
Okay.
But he was Spanish, so he had an accent.
He had an accent.
One of the sweetest kids
But
I ever
anyway.
met. He's
Okay.
such a good guy.
You ain't got any legs. You got a lot of dome.
So he and I, we both really liked horror movies, so we thought we'd go see this movie.
This was not a horror movie.
I'm with you on that one.
It's not your traditional horror.
It's not
Anyway, let her
traditional.
finish.
Anyway, so the Burbank audience, a bunch of people got up and walked out, like in the first 30 minutes.
Because they
of
didn't
the movie.
understand it.
No, because it was slow.
And-
They're idiots.
And then at the end, the people who did stay, like as soon as the credits rolled, like people were laughing, which me and my friend were like,
Don't know what you sick fucks are doing down here. Well, I'll tell you what.
because we knew what happened.
You don't
so
know
we were
why
like,
you're laughing.
They had no idea why they were laughing.
Come hither.
The whole
Sit
thing
on
was
thy lap.
for them. But then when we went to see it at the ArcLight, nobody got up and left during the beginning of the movie. Everybody stayed.
Okay.
And as soon as the credits rolled, the room was
Silent.
quiet.
Was
For
the-
20 whole minutes, nobody said anything.
Why were you there for 20 minutes if the movie's already over?
It wasn't the premiere, was it?
You wanted to see what was going on. You wanted to see what happened next.
Movie people also stay and read the credits
Was
because
it
that's
the
who they
below the
are.
line people?
The what?
The below the line people?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that shit. That's why I don't know anybody.
Well, you-
People, that's why I don't know any of these actors'
No,
names.
no,
I don't
no.
read the credits.
No.
My
Pop,
boys here.
below the line means the cast or the crew, like your best boys, your grips.
Yeah.
Like that's who the below the line people are.
And they read that?
those people are the backbone of a production.
Well, I believe that.
No one's arguing that.
believe that.
But Randy Quaid still deserves a second chance.
Okay.
But was it the premiere? Was it
a premiere in that theater?
We had premieres all the time at the ArcLight.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a premiere. It was just a regular showing.
The scene where she's, for lack of a better term, rubbing the baby all over herself.
The witch.
Made me very uncomfortable.
Well, yeah.
Correct.
I thought she was getting ready to just circumcise the kid.
That's what I thought too.
When my wife watched that movie, she says, she goes...
She chopped him up. She ground him up.
When my wife was we were watching it, and Alicia says to me, "What is she doing?" I go, "Well, I know what she's doing, but I don't want to say it out loud." She goes, "She's not doing that." I go,
"She was calming the baby, and then she mutilated him."
Do you remember the look?
Thank God we didn't see that.
Do you remember the look?
Because when you seen the back of her,
I feel like I remember seeing. The first time that I saw this movie, I feel like I remember seeing like chopping up and like,
or at least smashing
more to the movie than it was.
She was grinding.
I thought the mother was churning butter.
What I'm saying is, I feel like maybe something got cut out because I remember.
Something got cut out.
I remember seeing something more.
I thought the mother was churning butter naked. It was kind of weird.
Do you guys remember the scene in Blazing Saddles where Slim Pickens is looking at Harvey Korman when Harvey Korman is molesting the statue? Do you remember the look on Slim Pickens' face?
Lily leg.
And Slim Pickens gets that really disgusted look. That was the look I had watching that scene.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I got. What did you get out of the movie? What
you got a nap.
You didn't want me to ask you that, did you?
No.
You ain't got nothing, did you?
Jay, did you like the movie?
I thought the acting was absolutely stellar. I thought it was stellar.
What about the setting?
The setting was boring, but I get it. I get it. The dialogue was way too heavy on the old English.
Not for that era.
I thought it was very authentic. That's why I enjoyed it.
It was authentic.
Kindred. Our fathers' houses. We travailed a vast ocean. For what? For what?
We must ask thee to be silent.
Was it not for the pure and faithful dispensation of the Gospels and the kingdom of God?
No more. We are your judges, and not you ours.
I cannot be judged by false Christians, for I have done nothing save preach Christ's true gospel.
Must you continue to dishonor the laws of the Commonwealth and the Church with your prideful conceit?
If my conscience sees it fit.
And that's what this guy, Eggers?
Yeah.
Hold on.
He goes for all his movies that way.
That's fine.
Authenticity.
That's fine. There, you have your quirks and you have the way you do things. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the movie was a little displaced when it came to everything. Like, before you know it, the fucking father's getting gored by the goat.
That actually happens an hour and 20 minutes into the movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just happens out of nowhere, and then horrible things start to happen. Like, I honestly thought the father was going to fucking destroy the twins. I thought he was going to kill the twins.
Play with the goat, you get the horns.
I want to address the oldest son staring at his sister's bare chest for a minute.
He's going through puberty.
He's going through puberty.
That's
and
what I thought.
hang
That's
on.
what I thought.
Yes, he's going through puberty, and what
There's
else?
no other people there.
Exactly. What does he have?
He ain't got shit. He's got his girl, his sister, his older sister, who ain't got tits to begin with. People.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have a body.
I was looking too, but
he's got his mom, his oldest sister, and the little sister.
Annoying twins.
And the oldest sister is a harlot who's showing off that little bit of skin above her chest.
No, she was sleeping for Christ's sake.
I know, yeah.
But he was going through puberty. There's no other girls his age around.
That's what
They're isolated.
That's what I attributed it to.
They were
Like, he's
isolated
just going
from people.
Because he was what, like 13,
14,
12, 13, something like that. I think he was
like
13 then. So he was obviously, he was right into the adolescence.
He doesn't even have a place. He's got to go. He's going to go for a walk in the woods.
Where do you think he went? A walk in the woods? Now listen.
Yeah. I just thought the movie was really slow. Like the pacing was so like just dreary. And They could have, had some action here, had some action there.
What kind of action?
I don't fucking know, but I'm just saying that they could have had something that was more appealing than.
Well, they tried to
livestock that out. We gotta go
sitting and watching.
Well, Eggers was clearly going for authenticity, and let's be very honest. The Quaker Oats people, they were boring.
Oh, he succeeded.
Well, they couldn't kill a rabbit. This guy, first of all, good family man, horrible hunter, can't farm worth a damn.
No.
And he's blaming everything. It's the witch. That's why my crops aren't.
His daughter.
Yeah.
Now, you know where the kids got the idea of the witch? From Phil. Black Phil.
Could you stop calling him like...
That's his name, Black Phillip.
Yeah, Black Phil.
The goat.
Phil.
Well, that and because...
The goat was filling their heads.
They directly came
Goats
over...
don't talk.
Yes, that one does.
No.
He's the devil.
No.
The devil!
They directly came over from England during the time period where...
Mm-hmm. And she wanted to go back.
The hysteria with witches was way worse than it ever thought about being here in America.
And it was just going to get a lot worse because this is
that... the Salem witch victim.
It was much worse. It was much worse.
Well,
England.
This movie is set 30 years before the Salem witch trials.
Yes.
Yeah, but this would have been more interesting if it was about the Salem witch trials.
Well, then we're going to have to sit down and watch The Crucible.
I'm not watching The Crucible.
Good movie.
But so there were a lot of little tidbits here and there that let you know that a lot of their thinking was
old school.
Was from England.
Like I basically felt
she wanted to go back to England.
Yes.
She knew.
They lived. It sounded to me like they lived in a town,
a settlement,
actually,
a borough,
a town inside of England,
Nottingham.
Yeah, but when they moved out,
they did not have the skills. They just moved here. They have no idea how to work the land. They have no idea how the seasons work. They have no idea how the animals work. They were.
It took him 3 or 4 whacks to cut an ear of corn off of it. Just break it off.
No,
come on,
tear it off.
That's what I'm saying. This time period, it's highly authentic in the fact that it shows everything that they really wouldn't have known how to do.
Exactly. They came from England. She wanted to move back to England, as a matter of fact. She wanted to go back to her home.
For it.
She resented and
he steals her cup.
So where were they?
What? They were in New England.
It's
just the New England wilderness.
They were an hour away from the settlement. They were an hour.
I think he says
an hour away from the settlement.
I think at one point he says it's a 2-day ride by horse, and I don't have a horse. By the way, the only part of this movie that I laughed at was when he says that it's a 2-day ride by horse, and his wife looks at him and goes, "You have no horse. You don't have no gun."
A dog.
He stole her cup. For the family.
Yes. But I don't have a problem with that, but letting the girl take the
blame for it.
I got an issue there.
Yeah.
Man up.
He lied to his family all through the movie.
He told them he could farm.
Yeah, and provide.
Well, if you take notice, everybody
shot himself in the face.
He looked like Aaron from the 10 Commandments, for Christ's sake.
Everybody died according to whatever sin they were committing at the time. And he will
come and see.
What'd you say?
Everybody died according to a sin that they were committing at the time.
In that movie.
So the boy was lust. The father was pride. The mother was
gluttony.
Bitch.
Grief.
I can't.
No, she was
basically, because when they're sitting in the bed, you can hear them talking, and the father's like,
Slime.
You shouldn't. Don't go in on yourself. So I can't think of what the sin is.
Envy.
When you're
envy. Resentment?
Sloth?
I can't think of it, but
slime.
And the kids just they're
I think your theory just fell apart, babe. I can see where the father is prideful, the kid is lustful. You got
the mother is just grief stricken.
Yeah, she's just grief stricken because she.
Yeah, but her.
I'll never play peekaboo with an infant ever again.
I can't.
You know it.
I love
for the life of me. Words. I'm the worst at remembering certain words.
Well, thank God we're on a podcast.
It drives me nuts.
Sorry.
Apparently, according to the online research, the worst part of this movie for the director was the goat. He was very unruly. Worst actor in the movie.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Well, no, apparently the hare was the best actor in the movie.
Rabbits run.
Smart.
What?
Rabbits run. That's what they do.
This one didn't. I challenge you to find me a movie, a part of that movie where that thing didn't just stare at you.
I felt like the whole time I was watching this movie, I was watching a play. That's what I felt like. With just how... It didn't have my attention, let's put it that way. It got my attention when Black Phil gored the fuck out of the father.
Dude, that's like... That's an hour and 15
That's what I'm
minutes
saying,
into the
man.
movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's when it really got my attention.
It's impressive to know that this movie was shot in 25 days.
I mean, this was basically an independent film. This is basically an independent film.
The problems that I had with the movie, they were trying a little too hard with the music.
Yeah, the overtones, the really dramatic overtones, that was way too much.
I can say that I felt like it was too much because it felt like 2001's A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Music kind of dropped into this movie.
Pride, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath,
sloth,
and
Wrath.
Who was Wrath? The mother was Wrath.
Yeah. I have never breastfed a child.
Well, I certainly hope not.
But that scene with the crow, that went through my nipples.
Oh, it was picking her...
When that crow was pecking at her nipples...
but yeah, that part where she's just sitting there laughing in the dark.
And the crow is pecking at her nipple. That went through me.
Yeah.
Well, God knows the father ain't pecking at her nipple.
He's trying.
No, dude, he was a very poor provider.
Well, he didn't know any better.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
He was not educated.
So look,
At
that point, he didn't shoot himself. He just had
himself in the face.
It was the gunpowder that flew in his eye.
What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene was when the father got destroyed by the fucking log cabin.
You're fucking
I was
weird,
like, I saw that. I was like, all right, that means the movie's almost over.
All right,
and everybody started dying and shit. Like when my favorite part of the movie was the
3 scenes that I absolutely adored. Number 1, when the oldest son dies, because the acting of that 13-year-old
fucking
boy,
stellar.
When he realizes he's about to die, but his soul is good.
He wanted to.
Understand a fucking thing he was saying.
Oh, I did. Jesus embrace.
Yeah, I get that, man.
That was
way
fucking,
too much on that.
That was fantastic.
That was
Old
so
English,
well
man.
done.
That was fantastic.
The following scene, when the father is trying to get the daughter to admit that she's a witch, but she's fighting with him, and she finally just snaps on him.
Yeah.
You can't hunt, you can't shoot, and he looks at her.
Talk about truth.
And exactly.
I'll not have it.
This right here, these are 2 people that have seen some shit.
Yeah.
And they're on the edge.
Yeah.
And the father's literally just trying to hold everything together here. And
he's a coward. He locks them all in the fucking...
He didn't know any better. He didn't know which one was which.
One of you is not right.
Like I said, once she started accusing the twins, that's when I was like, he's gonna bash their fucking heads in with that hatchet.
When he picked up that one, wake up!
I thought he was literally gonna take that hatchet on the other side of it and fucking bash their heads in.
He said he made a reference to the Bible where Abraham was supposed to like sacrifice his son,
yes.
But
Isaac.
He's stopped.
Well, he's already been done.
But he's like, and I'll do it. And
They were about Isaac and Abraham played a game called Bernie Cut.
Yeah.
The scene with the son dying. Robert Eggers did not direct Harvey Scrimshaw.
No.
Most of the movie. He left it to Ralph Ineson because
summer stock.
No. Robert Eggers doesn't have any children at this point in his life.
Okay.
Ralph Ineson was already a father. He allowed, and he's also a soccer coach.
Yeah.
So he allowed Ralph to
be a father,
more direct.
Yeah.
Be more of a director to the young man, because this was his first movie.
That's smart. The director doesn't know the subject matter, so he left it to somebody who obviously deals with it.
And he did a fantastic fucking job.
That kid was fucking stellar, man. That kid was stellar.
Yeah. The twins were annoying. They were being preyed on by the goat. Philip.
Stop talking about him like he's your neighbor.
The goat man.
The goat man. Stop talking about that. That's bothering me. They were gonna call me Phil. The scene that this movie actually almost made me break down into tears.
Why that?
The scene where the father just falls to his knees outside in the rain and just is praying to God for help.
I beg thee, save my children. I beg thee, my Christ. I have not damned my family.
As a father, you feel for that.
Yeah.
You're in a can't-win situation, and he's realizing all of this is his fault.
Yeah, because of his pride.
Yeah, exactly.
He starts talking about his pride.
And the next morning, he gets gored by a goat.
And slammed on by the rest of the fucking wood.
Which is funny, because who's the one chopping wood throughout the whole fucking movie? You just feel for this. You feel for all these characters.
The mother, especially.
I actually liked it. Once it got going,
the music are overtones.
They were too much.
It was too much.
The dramatic, the ominous dramatic music.
Like most of the movie didn't even have music or anything, which was
fine,
perfectly fine with me.
I think I would have enjoyed the movie more if it would have been from somebody narrating. Like the story from an actual journal. Like if it was Thomason's journal entry, if she was narrating as things were happening.
You know what?
I think that would have been.
I could have gone for that too, but it can't be Thomason. I want Ralph Ineson's voice to do every voiceover. That man's voice is it's like getting into a bathtub where the water is the perfect temperature.
You're weird.
No, I enjoy it. I actually got into it. It's.
And at the end, where everybody started dying, that was the best for me.
What do you think about this?
I knew it was over. I knew it was gonna be over.
All right.
What happened to the twins?
They were killed.
The witches took them.
When the witch is sucking on the goat's tit.
No, yeah, that was too much for me. I was like, that's gross.
Yeah.
Was that the witch or was that the daughter?
No, it was one of the witches.
Oh, I thought it was the daughter.
By the way, let's talk about that. That scene was very reminiscent of a certain movie that came out in 1980 by Stanley Kubrick. My brother loves the film The Shining.
No, I don't.
Tell him why.
We used to have home box office, otherwise known as HBO, growing up. And my mom and dad, we lived in a 3-bedroom home, and mom and dad lived across the hall from us. They'd fall asleep. Dad would be watching like Inside the NFL and fall asleep watching it. And then 3:00 in the morning is when Skinamax or fucking Creepiness comes on, HBO. So one night I woke up.
Skinamax.
One night I woke up. It was like 2-3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Pitch black, and all I hear is the music of when Jack Nicholson is walking towards the lady in the bathtub. And I mean, my ass hair's puckered. I'm not kidding. Like, it was terrifying. I ran into my parents' room. I looked at the fucking TV, said, "Your history," and I turned the goddamn thing off. Yeah, I had to sleep with a nightlight. When I saw the witch sucking on the goat, judging from what Thomason did when she saw the blood in the milk,
well, she kicked it over.
That's what I'm saying. So judging from that, I was like, what the fuck is going on in this movie?
The witches, they cursed them.
They cursed.
Oh, I know, I get that.
The goats were given blood instead of milk.
I get that, but here's the thing. I thought that Thomason was the one sucking on the goat's tit.
No. How the hell can you put that?
She was sitting in the barn with
she
twins
was
watching.
Yeah, I thought she was the witch.
I really think you need to rewatch this movie.
No, I'm not watching this movie ever fucking again.
Another issue I had with this movie was, I get they were going for the natural lighting.
Too dark.
Thank you.
Too dark.
It was very dark.
Put a fucking candle on or something, man.
They had candle on.
More.
According to the cinematographer Jaron Blaschke, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The film was shot mostly with the available natural light. That's the way they wanted it.
Exactly.
And
they hit it.
Mission accomplished.
Say it with me. Sunlight.
Yeah.
I've shot a lot of my stuff natural light, and I like that too. So that's another reason that I'm drawn to the movie, because they shoot in a style that I like.
They seriously started shooting this movie like late afternoon into the night. That's when they started.
Phil actually filmed that movie.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Where?
Ontario, Canada.
Of course they did.
It was cheaper, probably.
Very
It was
cheaper.
Again,
that's the only reason they go to Canada is because of the tax.
The fact that you just said you believe that they started shooting late afternoon into the evening, that makes it all the more fucking impressive that this was shot in 25 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't...
I can picture the director. Cut. We got it. All right. Let's go.
I've done several nights. I've done several night shoots and everything like this, and everything like that. So I know about a production team when it comes to like night shoots and everything like that. It's very.
It's fucking cold outside.
Timely.
They spent the most money
extremely
on the set.
organized.
Oh, okay.
Extremely organized.
Well, you have to be.
Like it's just. But yeah, this movie, I'll never watch it.
Well, I'll tell you who probably will watch it again because he was such a big fan of it.
Stephen King?
He loved it.
Of course he did.
He said this movie scared the hell out of him.
Stephen King.
This is the same guy who organized a gangbang in the movie, in the book It.
It wasn't a rape, though. She wanted it.
I don't care.
Wait, that came out wrong. It was her idea. Wait.
Me too.
I can't get out of this, can I?
No.
Move on.
Stephen King's a perv. It's okay.
He hates kids.
No doubt. He's a pervert.
He's
not a pervert.
He's a pederast.
He is not a pederast.
Pederast, Jay.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Jay.
Graphic gangbang for children.
Yeah, dude, that's not cool.
But it's only in the book. They don't.
Once again.
No, Stephen King loved this movie. He said it literally scared the hell out of him.
I don't see how it scared the shit out of him.
Stephen King.
It wasn't a scary movie.
No, Chris, I know this is a horror movie, but I don't really...
Is it? It's a different genre.
They call it a horror movie.
It's a different genre in horror that I like to refer to as dread. Because
okay, I'll go there.
There's no legitimate like jump scares or anything.
No,
like
Do you know what?
Dread is in like the feeling. The overall feeling is
and
dreadful.
The way it's shot makes that even better because if you notice, they do a lot of this in the movie. Like they'll shoot the actors reacting to what they're looking at before we see what they're looking at.
Yeah, they're called reaction shots.
But before we even know it, it stays there for a while.
Yeah. Like the scene where the father gets gored. Before he gets gored, he's looking. He comes out and he's staring at Thomason, and the dead goats and the broken down barn that's just in the fucking shambles. And then before he could say a word, old Philly boy,
old Phil,
got and he's like, what is this? Another group that absolutely loved this movie, the Satanic Temple, has endorsed this movie wholeheartedly.
I mean, of course.
The Satanic Temple will endorse literally everything. The Satanic Temple is dumb.
It was about. It was basically. Come on, we know Phil represented the devil.
Black Phillip. Stop that.
He was the man downstairs.
He was the man downstairs with his long legs.
Mommy,
weird.
Daddy.
To be honest with you guys, like throughout the whole movie, I was like, "Who the fuck is Black Phil?"
Black Phillip, progress out his head. Black Phillip, tonight Queen is wed. Just to the fence post road.
Jonas, Mercy, come hither.
Black Phillip,
You were not. How high were you?
I was high, bro. I was high. I was like, in order to watch this fucking
he's
movie.
He's laying down on the bed, and the father, had just put everybody inside of the chicken coop barn.
It was a barn.
And
Come on.
She looks over at me, and I'm like this.
It was a shed. It was.
Seriously, she looked over, and I was like this.
And then all of a sudden, you hear the sound of the witch munching on the fucking goat.
The goat.
And I'm like, what is that?
He's laying there like this, and then all of a sudden he goes.
No. It was more like this.
You got
It was like this. It was like this.
Jay's got a blank stare on his face right now.
And then I saw the scene, right? And I was like...
And he stood up.
He got a...
What the fuck is that?
That was the witch.
I thought it was Thomas. I thought it was Thomason, man. Like
no, that was.
What the hell is that?
Carissa looks at JJ and goes, JJ, that's the witch.
What the hell is that?
JJ,
and what the hell is that?
JJ, that's the witch sucking on the goat's tit. And Jay went, no fucking A. No fucking A.
Are you surprised by my tears?
No.
I watch movies to feel a certain way, and this movie made me feel icky. Icky. I felt icky after this fucking movie. Like,
elaborate.
I felt a weird kind of way, man. Like I didn't know how to feel. That's where I was at. I was like,
the correct feeling of should I be watching this?
I was Bruce Dern when he picks up the picture in the birds, fucking to figure out if he's looking at it the right way. Like I was. Didn't we sit there for like 10 fucking minutes and she's like, so? What did you think? And I'm like this.
I'm confused. See, that's what I love.
And there's Chris like this.
She looked at I did the Nicolas Cage thing.
And there's Chris like
and Chris is like this. Like it was just icky. That's it. There it is. I got an icky feeling from this fucking movie.
Okay. Do you know who? All right, this is an awesome fact I got to tell you. Pop, you're a lapsed Catholic, right?
What?
Yeah.
Black Phillip asks Tomlinson, "Wouldst thou like the taste of butter?"
Yes. Wouldst thou like to...
In the 15th and 16th centuries, the Catholic Church declared eating butter was a bigger sin than lying, blasphemy, or impurity.
That's true.
Is this at the end of the movie when everybody's dead and she's in the...
When Phil was talking...
In human form. And he comes behind her?
Yes.
Yes. And he becomes a man?
Yeah, when in human form, yeah.
When Phil becomes the actual
See, I didn't
devil.
even hear that.
Jay's going, who gives a fuck about the goat?
Who?
I was like, I was like, now it's a goat man.
You know that...
You want to live deliciously?
Yeah.
Wouldst thou love to live?
Wouldst thou love to live deliciously?
And to see the world.
Like Philip, I conjure thee to speak to me. Speak as thou dost speak to Jonas and Mercy. Dost thou understand my English tongue? Answer me.
And we're back, everybody. Thank you guys for being with us. Once again, we are in our deep dive of the 2015 Robert Eggers movie, The Witch. So, how much money did the movie make?
The budget was something like $9 million or something like that. Very low budget. And it made over $200 and some million. Yeah, it was a mega hit.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking impressive.
Now I have to fact check that because that movie was not worth that much.
You go check it out. Check it out.
Unbelievable.
I think it's even more impressive that Anya Taylor-Joy, she hasn't been in America long.
No.
Oh, she's British too.
She's British.
She's British.
So much talk.
She's British in Argentina.
Yes, and you know how she learned how to speak English?
She watched YouTube.
You're not that far off. She learned English by watching Jack Black's School of Rock from 2013.
That's great.
It wasn't far off.
I think that's fucking amazing.
That is.
Metacritic gave us an 84.
Yeah.
That's just... dude, it's very well done.
It was received well.
I wouldn't say there was a lot of sex and nudity in it.
No, see, that was something that I was going to touch on. I have a huge problem with movies that have just indiscriminate nudity that does nothing.
Why?
I love gratuitous nudity.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of gratuitous nudity. See my Netflix watch.
Anyway, you dirty fucking hogs.
Oh, we're sorry, Chris. I forgot you were there.
I have a problem.
You may go.
I have a problem with movies that have nudity with no point.
There was a point. She was hot.
Listen, this movie uses nudity in an unconventional way because most of the time nudity is used because it's sexual. In this way, it just makes you feel
icky.
You feel disgusting about it, which I think is great.
How to make you feel, Jenny?
Made me feel icky.
I think it's an actual great use of nudity to make people feel terrible about the nudity, rather than like.
You know who says that,
Entourage,
people?
where they're just like, oh yeah, chicks with tits, oh it's great, whatever, and nobody feels bad about it, right?
I don't feel bad about it.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm a big fan of chicks with tits.
I like tits.
But that's what I'm saying.
I like women who know that they're women.
I love tits.
Comparatively with The Witch, you feel bad about it. It's weird.
Oh, the Coven.
I'm only making the point that the nudity actually served a purpose.
Huh?
And unlike most movies where its sole purpose is just because they want men to watch their movie, which is so lame and such low-hanging fruit. Sorry, guys.
That's not true.
My balls are low-hanging fruit.
The witches were naked because they wanted to be pure. For
Satan. They want to be ready for Satan.
They wanted to.
Has nothing to do with purity.
Yes,
for
it did.
Satan.
Yes, it did.
Well, it kind of does.
If you ever went to a
commune,
in the Bible,
they were none of them were in
the
clothing.
Bible. When Adam and Eve eat the fruit, and they realize that they're naked and they're ashamed, nudity is used as a form of shame.
I like being naked and eating fruit.
I'm naked right now.
No, he's not.
So am I.
I'm naked right
now. Why don't we all become naked?
We were going to make you the king of the winter carnival.
Really?
What?
It's used as a form of shame. That's the purpose.
But
what I'm saying is, it serves in this movie. It does serve a purpose.
Hey, no, I can go.
To tell us that.
That's your sister.
Yeah,
it's portraying that because
naked.
you don't feel. What I'm saying is, you don't feel good about the nudity. You feel icky.
The really cool thing, I just read this actually. The way the witch is spelled on the cover,
the W,
two V's.
It's not. It's two V's
two
because
V's,
the W was not common back then.
The old English.
Yeah, so the W back then, like this movie is 100% to the period.
Vitch.
Like, yeah.
Basically, by the end of this movie, Thomason is out of choices.
Yeah,
she can't go back to the settlement because they're gonna call her a witch.
Her whole family was butchered. How do you explain that?
Yeah.
Oh, why not join the coven? They're
It was
naked
the
broads
fucking
dancing
goat.
around.
It was
man.
Phil.
How's that gonna go over?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is like the
She
Puritan.
does converse with a he goat.
Chris, I'm gonna ask you a question. What did you get out of it? Come on.
What do you mean? What did I get?
What did you get out of it? What's your synopsis of the whole movie?
We already talked about it.
Phil, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Phil?
Look, when I told you it was icky, because it was.
It was. It wasn't icky.
That's the exact way Carissa wanted me to feel after watching this movie. Okay? The worst part of the movie for me was watching that kid suck that fucking apple out of his mouth. That was fucking vulgar and disgusting.
That was the curse.
That's what I'm saying. Like when they were like, he's got something in his throat, and I'm like...
The witch seduced him. She had her way with him.
I didn't know what the fuck was coming out of his mouth.
And sent him back to torment the kid, the family.
And it made sense that it was an apple because that's what he was talking about throughout the movie.
Yep.
But when the kid died, that was a really hard.
That was a great scene.
That
It
was
was
a hard
fucking
scene.
powerful.
Oh,
That
it was
was a great
extremely
scene.
powerful.
Yeah, it was powerful.
Absolutely. Like the acting was fucking stellar from the entire cast. But the kid, man, he was good.
Should have got
Anything possession going forward, all you directors out
good.
there, fucking hire this kid, man,
He
because
can't now.
hire this man. I'm sure he's gotten better.
Seriously, Linda Blair could take
Not doing
lessons.
He don't act anymore.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Linda Blair could take fucking lessons from this kid.
I wouldn't say that.
He was fucking stellar.
He was good.
Man.
He was. The whole cast was good, I think.
I knew the mother and the daughter were going to go at ends. I knew they were. I honestly thought she was dead when her father was killed. I honestly thought since she was sucking on the goat's tit all night.
That wasn't her.
that she went and killed every fucking body.
I don't know what movie.
Like when the goats are all strewn about, like in the thing there by the area. I thought those were the kids.
No,
I was like, they're dead. There they are. What do you mean?
Livestock. That was a livestock.
Yeah.
This whole movie is the symbolism that I was talking about that I was missing from Longlegs.
What's the symbology there?
There's an heir to the throne. What he means is the symbolism. What's the symbolism?
Sounds like
Steve escaping.
Anyway,
because they use quotes and everything from the Bible and whatnot throughout it because it's literally an actual fight between good and evil with them, which is nice because you're at least getting that the father is trying desperately to keep everybody
on the right side
on
of
the
the
right track.
I'll not have it. But
he's
shut thy face, or I shall smash at thy nose.
But he ultimately is like the biggest part of the problem, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
So the father is the ultimate he's
a sinner.
No, the word,
catalyst.
No, the word I'm looking for.
Protagonist.
No.
He's not an antagonist.
No.
Scapegoat.
No
conflict. The father is the conflict of the movie.
Well, yeah. He wasn't a hunter. He wasn't a farmer. He wasn't really handy.
He was a bunco artist.
I actually feel so bad for Thomason. Thomason, yeah, the blonde bitch.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for her because her mother strangled her and she's actually screaming out, I love you, I love you.
And then she gets the meat cleaver.
And then she goes full on fucking Carrie White.
Yep.
I thought it wasn't a meat cleaver.
I thought it was a sickle.
I thought it was a piece of like a glass.
Was it a sickle?
It's the thing that they were using to cut
it's
corn.
It's the thing the father doesn't know how to use to cut fucking corn.
A cleaver. Yeah.
Seriously, it takes him 7 or 8 tries to get the ear of corn off the stalk.
See, I wasn't even paying attention, man.
Yeah, it was bad.
Me living on a farm, seeing that right away, I'm like, he's doing this wrong.
You cut it and then you pull. That's it. You spread
or you
it
just
apart.
snap it off.
Or do that. But yeah,
But they didn't know. They didn't have corn.
This movie
They didn't
was
have corn. They had Halloween corn. Bad corn.
No, I mean in England.
I just hated the
What?
pace of this movie.
They didn't have mace.
I just thought the pace was just...
It came from America.
The Indians.
Yes.
Mace.
Yes.
Maze, not mace.
Mace.
Maze.
Hey, you want this?
Maze is corn, everybody. Maze is corn.
Maze. I'm sorry.
'Twas I what stole him. I be the witch of the wood.
Liar. Liar.
I am.
Listen not to her, Mercy.
I am that very witch. When I sleep, my spirit slips away from my body and dances naked with the devil. That's how I signed his book.
No.
He bade me bring him an unbaptized babe. So I stole Sam and I gave him to my master. And I'll make any man or thing else vanish I like.
No.
Would this movie fly today?
Well, it did.
It did. No, it didn't.
Nowadays.
Oh.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's too far.
Did this? Okay, I know. I saw that this movie was part of Sundance. Did it win at Sundance?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't recall.
Yes, it has.
It should
For
have.
the life of me, I don't remember.
But what did it win? Best director? Like, what was the category?
I'm not too sure of that one, but
right now.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if the movie were actually had been shot today, like rather than when it was, it probably wouldn't have been the same movie by any means.
Why? Explain yourself. Why?
Just for the fact that it might be too religious for some people today.
I knew she was going to say that. I knew it.
1630s.
I agree.
Well, yeah.
With that. I agree with
But
that.
still, they're not as concerned about doing anything accurately unless it fits whatever thing they're trying to push.
Yep, the narrative.
So for that reason, I don't think you could film the same movie, and I don't think it would have the same impact that it does now.
This movie is widely regarded. Like this movie's got like a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
That's fucking impressive.
That is impressive.
It's really well made. It's really well executed. The story is consistent. It goes where it needs to go.
And the pacing is slow, but the pacing it's right for the story.
It's progressive.
It's right.
Yeah.
It's turbo slow. How much did you say the budget was for this movie?
Like something like $9 million?
It's $4 million.
Oh my God, that's even more.
Okay.
That's a great budget.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Well, look what they had to work with.
No, it is a great budget. Look what they got.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the sets.
Yeah. Yeah.
To have somebody come in and thatch a roof, though, that's quite an expensive job.
The Sundance Film Festival awarded The Witch in 2015 the directing award to Robert Eggers.
Okay.
He won directing award for U.S. dramatic films. It also won the Grand Jury Prize. It was nominated for the Grand Jury Prize for Best Picture, whatever the hell that means.
The Grand Jury coveted monkey award.
Seriously, the Gotham Independent Film. This movie,
they took them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not really a horror.
Not a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie.
It's a subgenre.
It's not your traditional horror movie.
It's a subgenre.
I'm with Chris on this.
The dread. I like that.
It's a dread.
It's a dread movie.
That's what I like to refer to it as.
It's a dread movie.
There are a lot of horror
What's
movies
another
out
dread
there
movie
that are like
for
this.
so our listeners know what?
Watch the
Requiem for a Dream.
Ooh, Lord.
There's your fucking dread, man.
Any movie where they're not trying to show you whatever the monster is, like, all the time.
Do you remember
is something I would consider
the
dread.
first half of
Jaws?
Sleepers?
No,
is dread.
you see Jaws.
It takes an hour and 15 minutes.
I'm saying
I love the revenge
you
part,
see,
man.
you know he's a shark. You know it's coming.
It's my favorite book.
Yep.
It takes
with this. It takes. This is why Stephen King likes this because he uses this principle all the time. Where
Tell, don't show.
The scariest thing about a monster is
the unseen.
Your
interpretation,
image of the monster. Exactly. So.
Yep.
That's how I think of dread.
Now I'm gonna blow off.
The monster is whatever your monster is.
I agree with that.
That's how dread. That's
I
how
agree.
dread
I
works.
totally agree.
That's how dread.
And
works.
these actors.
Your imagination runs wild.
These fucking actors.
The thought of what the closet monster.
I mean, here's the thing. Like in this movie, you really knew they were family. Like you never had any doubt that they weren't because of how well they played off of each other.
Exactly.
Like,
it was a great movie. It wasn't a great movie.
I'm not going to say
but it was a good movie.
No, it was a great movie.
I like the story to it. Once it got going and I got into it.
This kind of a witch is more disgusting and nightmare.
Your traditional. What you would think. What you envision a witch to be.
Hansel and Gretel. Like Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel. You know, the witch pushes them. Like that's where I'm at with this.
I think it's so much worse because today. Our version of witches has been watered down.
Beth Midler.
Watered down.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus style.
I didn't see the second one, but I do love the first one. We didn't either,
and we're not watching the third.
I absolutely love the first Hocus
I love Bette Midler.
That movie's hilarious.
It is a great movie.
I always did love Bette Midler.
They call me Master.
Wait till you see what I'm going to call
They
it.
have someone like
it's a chocolate-covered figure of a man named Clark.
They carry over...
I'm a pretty spider.
That movie carries over some of the lore of traditional witches, but it's not as
ew. What is that?
So it would fly today.
Yeah, it would definitely fly today.
I don't think this movie is woke.
I wouldn't call this movie.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, I wouldn't.
It's really traditional. It sticks to
the beginning of the movie is sleep. If you ask me,
it sticks to traditional themes about good versus evil, especially biblical and witchcraft based.
Yep.
So.
Phil.
And on that note, everybody, it's time for the scale of lame.
Maybe we should do the wave.
No, we ain't doing a fucking wave, right?
First of all, it's very high. You know,
okay,
who gives a shit? It's gone.
The scale of lame is 1, never watch again. 2, God, this was awful. 3, is it over yet? 4, why was this made? 5, on the fence. 6, if I'm bored, I'll watch again. 7, I really liked it. 8, won't forget this one. 9, definite rewatch. 10, it's a keeper. I'm going to give this movie a 5.
I'm going to give it a 7.
What's 5 again?
On the fence. Because it made me feel icky.
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 Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to give it... I'll probably give it a 10.
You're sleeping on the couch.
I would... I don't recall if I have
standing over you with a knife.
I honestly thought she was churning butter.
I don't recall if I have this movie or not. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since I looked through my DVDs that are packed up in a box.
Don't tell me that.
I'm gonna solid 8.
Solid 8.
Solid
10, 5.
7.
7 for you?
I'll give it a 7.
Okay, there it is. So that was our deep dive into The Witch, guys. Thank you guys for being with us and listening to our podcast. Please follow us on YouTube.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Comments. I'm into reading your comments.
We love your comments. We
Pop loves your comments.
And suggestions for movies.
Absolutely.
I would love to. Exactly. Feed us, please.
On a personal note, congrats, Birds. Way to win the Super Bowl.
Congratulations, Philadelphia Eagles. And congrats on tearing apart your city again.
It's only a little bit.
Only a little bit, yeah.
It wasn't this bad.
So join us next week. Since The Witch is over, I posted about this. We are going to go into a full month of selecting each other's movie picks. It goes me, my brother, our pop, and then my wife.
And our family has a tendency to be vindictive.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So now we all have to watch shitty movies.
Oh,
the other person knows we're gonna hate.
Hang on, let's go through the list real quick. I was the first one who got to choose, and I chose for JC to view the critically acclaimed and box office smash that was the Barbie movie.
I fucking hate you.
Is that what you guys call woke? Is that a woke movie?
Oh my God! It's steeped in woke.
Can I?
No,
it's so woke.
Have to watch it.
Whoever's listening, can I come to your living room and watch a movie with you guys?
It's so woke. It has 2 V's instead of a W.
No shit, right? 2 V's. It's woke.
It's woke.
It's violently woke.
When are we watching this?
Next week. On that note, thank you guys for sharing this episode with us. We love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend, people.
All right.
We would see you oft, Mother. Would that please you? I have brought a book for you, Mother. Will you look at it with me?
One moment now. Samuel's hungry. Oh, come, Mr.